Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Okay, we'll start with the topic of yogas today. I'm not sure if I'll manage to finish all of it today. Let's see, because a lot of it is reading actually from the textbook, and I'll keep on explaining alongside as we read. There is no other way of understanding yogas. The textbook gives you very important self-explanatory notes, but still there may be some points that need to be understood. So we will go with it together. I'm not leaving it for you to read it on your own because it's an important topic and it needs to be understood. Okay, so we'll start with what is the meaning of the word yog? So the Sanskrit term yog means coming together or becoming one. So the popular term yoga is actually derived from the term yog, and yoga is a tool or a lifestyle which helps you come together or become one with the divine. The real meaning of yoga is that, not what the Americans are doing to the yoga, bear yoga, cat yoga, dog yoga. It's rubbish. Yoga is actually a very divine way of living. It's a way of coming together with the universal energy or with the divine. So yoga means coming together. When we look at astrology, Vedic astrology, what does yoga come into mean? What can you think of yoga or yoga in terms of the reference of Vedic astrology? What do you guys think? When we talk about yoga and when we understand that it's the meaning is coming together, then with reference to Vedic astrology, yoga or yogas become coming together of planets. Now, coming together in what way and what does it mean? So in Vedic astrology, the term yoga indicates coming together of planets. This is basically a study of the effects of planets as they come together in different astronomical combinations. Okay, so with reference to Vedic astrology, yoga is basically studying the effects of the planets as they come together in different formations or different format in astronomy. Yogas can be largely divided into the following, and I've put it on screen here for you guys. Surya yogas, or combinations of the sun. So combinations around the sun that get formed. Chandra yogas, or lunar yogas, or combinations of planets that get formed around the moon. Nabhasya yoga. Nabh means sky. Nabhasya means the space around the sky or the totality of the sky. Raja yoga, combinations for royalty. Raj Sambandha yoga, combinations of association with royalty. Dhana yoga,
money.
so combinations for money, of course, for abundance of money. Daridra yoga, combinations for poverty. There is a miscellaneous chapter on yoga called other popular yogas or miscellaneous yogas. So apart from specifically these, whatever else gets formed, everything else gets clubbed under miscellaneous yoga. So in Vedic astrology, the sun and the moon has great importance. You already know that. We've already understood why. So a lot of times what people do is, especially when you want to give general predictions and not get into the details of the chart, or if you want to predict largely for people, like I make predictions every month. When I give out monthly predictions, they're based on what? Sun sign and moon sign, because that has significance. So the sign where your sun is placed, you can draw out, keep that sign as ascendant and draw the whole chart out from that sign. It's called Surya Lagna or ascendant of the sun. So for example, if sun is in Taurus in your chart or in any chart that you want to see, put Taurus in the first house and read the chart from there on. It's called Surya Lagna. So you'll see that Prarashir gives a lot of combinations from Surya Lagna. Okay, and it will work really well. My monthly predictions are based on the Surya Lagna. I don't go and look for charts for everyone. If I want to predict, give predictions for the collective, for the totality, then I'll take Surya Lagna and it will give you the effect. Similarly, you can draw the chart from Chandra Lagna. It's called the Chandra Lagna. So in that case, you take the moon, take the house where moon is placed, put it in the first house. Draw the chart from there. So the moon sign becomes your ascendant, and then it's called Chandra Lagna. It will also give you impact. It'll give you accurate answers. Especially for transit predictions, usually that you see that astrologers predict for the month, sign-wise, it's either Surya Lagna or Chandra Lagna, because that has great importance. So similarly, yogas for the sun and moon, a lot of the combinations that we will study now are from Surya Lagna and Chandra Lagna. That's how you have to understand it. Okay. Now we start reading from the Brihatparashar Pura Shastra. Okay. Chapter 40. He says, Ravi Yoga Dhyaya. Yeah, Ravi means Surya, Yoga means Yoga. So Ravi Yoga Dhyaya, the chapter on solar yogas. Now the first sloka says, and I will read from the translation. The yogas he's talking about is Vesi, Vosi, and Ubhayachari Yoga. If there is any planets, Mars, etc., except the moon, in the second house from the sun, the yoga thus formed is called Vesi Yoga. Any planet except for moon in the second house. It's simple. Make footnotes. In the 12th house, it is Vosi Yoga. And in both second and 12th, it's Ubhayachari Yoga. Now, what are the effects of these yogas? In which the sun is situated is treated as the ascendant, like I've explained the Surya Lagna or the sun ascendant. The moon becomes extremely malefic when she is near the sun. Why? You remember when I taught you guys about the Tithi?
Yeah.
When sun and moon are together, it becomes malefic because moon becomes a malefic. Why?
Because of Krishna Paksha and it's
Yeah,
related.
because then the closer they are, closer you are to Amavasya, losing its strength. So the mind is weak. Right? And he says then the moon becomes extremely malefic when she is near the sun. So that's why if the moon is in the second from sun, that is not auspicious. All other planets are auspicious. Therefore, she has been excluded in the solar yogas, as there could be an atmosphere of auspiciousness near the sign in which the sun is situated. It should be concluded that auspicious effects will be produced in these yogas when the benefic planets will be there, and when malefic planets are there, the effects will be inauspicious. Besides this, the situation of the sun, the ascendant, and the yoga forming planets in the ascendant should be considered. For instance, suppose the ascendant is Sagittarius, right? And it in the sun is in the 9th house. Then there is Mercury in the 10th house. Then it will cause an excellent Vesi Yoga. But there is Venus in the 10th house. It will make a difference in the prediction. And if there is Mars in the 12th house, the Ubhayachari Yoga thus formed will not give auspicious effect. Therefore, due consideration should be given to all facts before making any prediction. Manteshwara has indicated to this fact in his Phaladipika that has subdivided these yogas as auspicious and inauspicious, Vesi, Vosi, and Ubhayachari yogas. These subdivisions have been made on the basis of the planets forming these yogas. This has been made clear in concluding sloka of the chapter. The above said effects are to be considered when all these yogas are caused by benefic planets. On the contrary, when they are formed by malefic planets, the effects will be contrary to the above. So it's very simple that while the division is clear that this is what is getting formed, this is good, this is negative, you can't make the prediction based on only this dictum. You have to also see what else is happening. What planet is it? What sign is it in? Are they inimical to each other? Are planets in an inauspicious yoga as such? Right? So that consideration has to be taken. You can't look at just this and say, this will be good. Mars in the 12th house causes, that's why he's given the example of Mars. Mars in the 12th house causes Mangalik dosha, which I'll be teaching you in another session. So because it's Mangalik dosha, it cannot be auspicious. So when making these predictions on the yogas, you have to know the yogas and you have to understand them. But you cannot predict solely based on this. You have to look at the totality of the chart. Okay. Then we come to Raja Yoga. Most controversial are the Raj Yogas, because sometimes astrologers and pundits will tell you, oh, you have a Raj Yoga in your chart and it's going to be such a good time for you. And believe me, at least 40% of the population has Raj Yoga. But are they all living like Ambanis? They're not. Why? Because these yogas are not enough to give the prediction. You have to look at everything else. Okay. So Raj Yogas are going to give you the result when they're triggered by something, or they will not give you the result when they are blocked by something. You have to understand this. What is supporting the Raj Yoga? What is blocking the Raj Yoga? The chart will give you the story, which we've understood during when I taught you guys Sambandha. Oh, excellent of the Brahmins. Now I shall speak on the Raj Yogas, but the mere knowledge of which one becomes worthy of royal favors. O son of a Brahman, I will tell you the substance of those yogas which in the ancient times were told by Lord Shiva before his consort Parvati, the daughter of Himalayas. The term is Karakamsha. Karakamsha. Karak Amsha. It's a combination of two words. Amsha means division and Karak means when someone is significator of, right? Karak means significator. ये इसका कारक है, ये इसको signify करता है, right? That's the meaning of it. So karak amsha means significator of the karak. What a karak? Here, karak amsha, usually the term is used for atma karak. Atma karak is the planet that signifies your soul in this life. Which is that planet? It will differ in every chart. Sun is the overall significator of your relationship with the universal soul. But there will be a planet that will signify your soul or your soul journey for this lifetime. That is your Atma Karak planet. Which is that planet? The planet which has the highest degree in the chart is your Atma Karak. So it will vary from chart to chart. It's a very important planet. It defines the rest of your life. It alters the journey of your life. It indicates on what spiritual level you are. One can do a whole session just on the Atma Karak, and in predictions, I don't make predictions without saying it. I don't. It'll alter everything. Suppose a very benefic planet is Atma Karak. It may not give you the benefit at all because it's pushing you to be spiritual in some way or the other. It's bringing a lesson to your soul so that you can fulfill this life journey and move to the next level and finally achieve moksha. Simple aim of an Atma Karak planet is to push you to move further in your spiritual journey in this lifetime. उसको नहीं पढ़े आप क्या काम कर रहे हो, आपको खाना मिल रहा है कि नहीं, उसका काम नहीं है ये, ठीक है? So a lot of times you will read the reference of Karakamsha because it has huge significance. Karakamsha is the house in which the Atma Karak is placed in the divisional chart, not the D1 chart, not the Lagna chart. Okay, moving on.